Hey guys, so in this video, we're going to take a look at an ADU addition to one of our properties. Here are some old images. This is the carport and the detached garage that we tore down and rebuilt from the ground up. And here's what it looked like from the garden side of the main house.
It's not right, you could, but I mean, that's in a perfect world. You don't really have to do the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I just need
About halfway.
So this right here is the alleyway, and initially this was a carport, so you'd get the car, drive it right underneath the carport, tore all that down, and we built out this individual private unit. On this side, there were some complications with the garage itself. Foundation cement wasn't done well, it was coming apart. So we made the hard decision of just tearing the whole thing down, ripping out all the cement, and redoing the whole thing. So this is the new build. This house is only about 470 square feet, so it is going to be tiny. And one of the secrets that I found to really enlarge space, obviously, is high ceilings. So we have vaulted ceilings over here, a little bit of a feat to ensure that the whole living space was going to be vaulted, excluding the small hallway from the garage and the bathroom. And this really allows the space to expand, make a tiny space feel a lot more roomy and airy. It was initially a carport, this unit right here, and it was torn down. And this is the back of a home that we own. Actually, I'll show you guys. I forgot, but we do have guests staying in that other unit, so I don't want to be sneaking around in the garden. Because we currently live in a real estate era where just having a house, renting it out isn't enough with the crazy interest rates that we have. So you have to capitalize on your existing properties. These older homes have alleyways. And so what you can do, if your property is large enough, close it off, build a space, rent it out, and make the entryway through the alley. This is going to make a lot more financial sense on the long run, but initially it's going to be quite an investment to get it from the ground up. So this is the garage space. It's much longer than it is wide, so it could comfortably fit one car. And then we're going to put like a little laundry station in the back over here. And then you make your way through the very strong sealed door that we're going to get. And you're going to enter the ADU unit. On your left over here is going to be the bathroom. And then we have privacy glass all the way on the top there because that is the garden space to the main house. This is going to be just like a little closet space. You enter the main section of the house from here. This is going to be where the bed goes against this wall. This space right here is going to be kind of like the living room. This is the entryway to access from the front of the house. If you park your car in the front, you can walk through the side of the gate. And then over here is going to be the kitchen space. This whole thing here is going to be kitchen, a small kitchen table right here next to this pretty window. And actually the windows just got placed this week and they're looking fabulous. So we have counter space that's going to go over here, a range over there, more counter space, a small farmhouse sink right here. And then we're going to have like a small garbage can station section, the refrigerator, and over here we're going to have some cabinetry and some storage. I just wanted to show you what the entryway is going to look like. The main house is on this side, and then we have the gate to the main street, and so we're going to make this really pretty and landscape it up. You'll also have like a little garden section, and this is what the outside of the unit looks. So this is essentially the front of the house, so to speak. What we're trying to do is get it up to the standard of a passive home. Hey Lucas, do you want to tell us a little bit more about passive homes?
So this is not going to be passive home certified, but we're trying to incorporate a lot of passive home principles with it. And so one of the things we did was we took the entire envelope, so what separates the outside space from the inside space. So we use zip R sheathing, which is above building code in our area. We put the zip in between the garage and the ADU, and then all the way around, we sheathed all the way up to the ridge. And if you come outside right here, you can see that we did Monopoly framing. And so the zip R goes all the way to the roof sheathing, and then we tape that seam, and so it should be kind of airtight all the way around. The last thing we have to seal up is between the foundation and the wall. For that, we're going to be using Zip's liquid adhesive, and then it should be pretty pretty airtight, except for our openings, which are the doors, and we'll be installing those a little differently.
So essentially this space is going to be a lot more airtight, a lot more efficient when it comes to heating and cooling, and that of course will decrease the power bill. And also, because we have a garage right next to the living station, we have to be pretty particular about the flow of toxins from the vehicle when it's parking into the home. So it has to be super tight to make sure that it doesn't allow any of those carcinogens to enter the space. There's also going to be a pretty strong air filtration unit inside the house, so it's going to be filtered consistently. You want to tell us a little bit more about the windows and why you chose these?
So to try to keep the building airtight, and it's also a cost-saving effort. Picture windows.
Picture window.
So do not open. And then this is a casement window, so going to be more airtight than a single or double hung or slider window. So for when we're picking out windows, we'll avoid those.
And we have to have, though, a window that you could open for the kitchen space, because if you're cooking and the vent's not enough, you really need to open a window.
You come over here, we have a casement window the exact same size, but this is half the price of the same size window. This is actually two windows put together because it's too wide for just a single casement.
Okay, well, this is a funny little discovery. Standing over here and realize that this window is not a privacy window. It's completely see-through. You can't really see right now because of the glare. So that was another mistake. Another super cool thing about passive home standards, or at least up to the standard, is this flooring. There's 2 inches of insulated padding underneath the cement flooring over here.
Curves up here, and so this is 2 inches of the rigid insulation that goes down all the way underneath the concrete. The reason we did that is we had EMU with passive houses do an energy model on the home, and they found out with the small square foot we were losing most of our energy through the slab. This sheathing is a little different, so it's OSB on the inside with a painted on material that makes it watertight, airtight. And what makes this even more different than regular house sheathing, not that it's just continuous. Usually to try to save money, you only see shear panels or sheathing only on the corners of the house, not continuous. In our case, it's continuous, and then we also have extra insulation between the sheathing and the wall, the wall framing.
Okay, so why does that matter?
Look at a traditional wall, you have a stud. Studs allow heat and energy to transfer through them a lot easier than an insulated material. So anything that's more dense, concrete, steel, and wood, does not have as much resistance to thermal flow. Traditionally, if you just put insulation in between the studs, then you still have heat going through the studs.
Some quality control. We were supposed to get the garage door installed today, but the gentleman's truck broke down, so we are trying to be proactive, and Lucas is building out the frame of the garage. But that's pretty much it as an update for our ADU and garage unit. We'll plan to keep you guys posted on the installation of the garage and how that goes. We do have someone coming by today. Later it might get a little bit dark, which is why I won't be recording, and they're gonna come measure out this entire section for cabinetry for the kitchen and give us a quote. Okay, it's getting loud over here, so thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.